Hello and welcome back to Tuzla Markets. If you're first time here joining me, feel free to subscribe. You can comment and down like our videos if you like it. This is my first time doing this. I'm going to try to do a trade recap of the trades I took this week. This week I only took 3 trades and they were in ES and NASDAQ. Now I'm going to do a trade recap and feel free to watch the video. First of all, for those who are new here, you can go and support the channel by buying merch at tuzlamarkets.com.au. As you can see down right here, I'm just going to show you. This is our website. Just go down here. We will have your Tuzla Markets website. We do have all our products right here. You're gonna get a hoodie. You're gonna get a car sticker. You're gonna get some anti bag or tote bag. You're gonna get something warm for the winter. Winter is coming in Australia right now, and get a match like a t-shirt or a blanket. Feel free. Also, for those who want to join our Discord membership group, we're currently doing a sale of 35% of 35% off, and we're currently doing $100 a month, and that is in $7. $100 a month in US dollars is about $65 a month. Anyways, let's get started. Let's do a trade recap of what happened. For those who are new, I bought 350k accounts. That is with Top One Futures. It is a new Profam futures, less than a month old. I think they're currently on their 4th week, if not their 3rd week. As you can see here, I bought 3 of those accounts. You're given a certificate on your buy account. You sign a contract like normal, like any other contract that you sign when doing contract work for Profam once you're eligible to do a contract for them. They're currently doing a 55% off. The link will be down below. They're currently doing 50% off. The link will be down below. You can get an instant funding account. That's a one-step account for only $49 a month, and you'll have a one-time $150 subscription activation fee. Now, for me, I went for the instant funding accounts. I think the cheapest, and they're currently with the current off. If you use my discount below, you'll get a 55% off. So I went on and bought the 50k accounts. Those were going for $598. I used the discount code Tuzla. Or for those who want to use the affiliate link down below, feel free to do so. You can get this account for $259. Anyways, without further ado, before I actually going and do a chart analysis, what happened for me this week. One thing about the instant Friday accounts, you have a 20% consistency. Now, for me, for the 50k accounts, I need to maintain, for me to be eligible for withdrawal, you need to have a balance of 5%, and that is a total price of $2,500. So for me to maintain that 20% consistency, I have to make at least $500 every day for at least 5 days, 5 positive days to achieve that balance of $2,500, and then I'll be eligible to withdraw $2,500. I think that's the best deal you can get in the market if you're consistent and you're only putting in $260 right now with the current discount, or the link down below. As you can see here, you only have a max trading drawdown of $2,000 and a daily loss limit of $1,500, and you're only allowed to trade up to 50 micros or 5 minutes, and you can withdraw anytime. At the moment, the discounts, if you use the discount link below, you can withdraw anytime. You're allowed to a maximum of 3 accounts. That's why I bought 3 accounts. Currently, if you want to use the code payout, you get 50% off. The discount will be ending this Sunday, the 11th of the 5th, 5 p.m. New York time or East Coast time. Anyways, let's go to a trade recap. What happened to me this week? So these are current accounts I have. As you can see here, the account is sitting at $49,553. That's currently a loss of about $447, and that is across both 3 accounts. As you can see, this is the lowest, 536. Anyways, as you can see, my current consistency level is 100%. It should be at 20%, but that is because so far we haven't had any good good day or a winning trade. As you can see my analysis here, this is how the platform looks like, back end or the dashboard look like. As you can see, it says most trades you've traded, max loss limit. Mine is sitting currently at $1,536.75. That's based off the losses I've taken so far. I haven't hit the daily loss max loss limit so far. As you can see here, I have traded for this account for the last 2 days. It says 3 trading days over here, but 2 days, because today is a Saturday and the markets are closed. My first day I incurred a loss of $173, and my second day I incurred a loss of $289 because of my foolishness. And I'm gonna go through what happened. Trade recap. All right, let's start with. I'm gonna start with S&P 500. Now, that trade I took on Thursday, and on the Thursday market opened about, so as you can see here, about 6 p.m. Where are you? So Thursday morning on the market open, about 9, market normally opens at 9:30. For those who don't trade futures or trade forex, market in the futures market basically open from 9:30. That will be New York time. So when the market opened today at 9:30, we kind of played off a little bit of a downtrend. So this market position, as you can see, the green part, all this kind of a box or rectangle, that's the first 15-minute candle. I normally try and trade after the first minute of the New York session open, and I trade S&P 500, Nasdaq, or gold. Those are the only commodities or indexes that I saw that was comfortable for me to trade or has enough volume for me to trade, and is a bit in and out situation. So as you can see, the first minute we dropped, we closed below. The 5-minute closed right below. That's the 9:45 candle, right below the orb, the first 15-minute order block, and we came and retested 50% of the order block right here. As you can see here, for those who, I don't mind, if you want to mark up your charts every day, you can do that. Feel free to do so. But I only use the lax algo orb to show me, like, to draw the first 15-minute candle. So that's what you can see here, right here, the gray part. That's the first 15-minute candle of the New York open. And I use the ICT concepts for the daily time frames or point of control of the day or for the week. Now, for me, I was biased for long, since because on Monday we did a dip, and then the rest of the week we've just been pumping up. Now, I was expecting us to take last week Friday high, which was about, sorry, this is a lie. If you go and look at the charts on a higher time frame, last week's high was about was a bit higher, and I was expecting us to go back and take those highs before we continue rolling down, because we were not having a lot of enough volume for buyers to go upside, because I think there's a tension because of what the problem with Fed and Trump with the tariffs, all that political stuff going on. Now, so my bias was longs. As you can see on the first 15 minutes, we kind of, we came, we dipped, retested, dipped again, went and tested 50%, and then we dipped. Now, on my bias was like we were tapping on this sell-side liquidity on this price point here, and I had a bias of long. So when this, I'll go to the 1 minute time frame so you can have a proper look what I'm talking about. So if you have a look on the 1 minute time frame, it is a bit clearer. I entered the trades on the 15 minute, on the 30-second candle. Where are we? Yeah. No. This is my first time doing a trade recap, actually on video. So if you want to judge me, that is up to you. I don't care. I'm just trying to do what I can do so far, and you can leave down a comment on how I can improve how to do trade recaps compared to a live session. Anyways, as you can see, this is the open. We tanked down, we tapped, we created the 15 order block. We came, we tested 50% of the order block, tapped down. We never reached these lows down here over area of interest at the price point of 5,648 or $50, somewhere about here. And again, we went back, we broke above the 50% of the orb. So my buyers were like, yep, I think we have more buyers buy liquidity than anticipated. So when we came down here and the volume was kind of diminishing about here, so these candles were kind of, the bearish candles were just didn't have enough volume, and we were looking like, I was expecting buyers to jump in because at 11 o'clock Trump was supposed to talk about the tariffs with Canada, and according to what I had in Bloomberg, it might be a positive result. That was prediction. It might be a positive result for the US dollar economy. So my buyers were longs. So my first trade, just go for you on my account. So for those who wondering what their platform looks like, this is the platform they use currently. I'm currently using Project X, and it looks like this right here. You can customize it how you want it. Right here, I have my times and sales, I have my orders here, and I have my jumps. These are position sizes running based on the price points. And as you can see down here, I have my accounts, positions, orders, trades, ports. Let's press up. Anyways, cut the crap. These are my trades. Thursday. And this based off the 30-second time frame. Now, that was, as I said, that was my entry when I saw there was dying volume right here. So when this candle, we closed a very strong bearish candle, bullish candle here, and then the next one was a very weak bearish candle. I was like, yep, that is my entry. I think we were still under the view up. I think that's the other problem I had forgotten to say. We were still under the view up. We hadn't broken under the view up. Even still, we were at 9:45. At 10:45, an hour later, of the market open. Now, I took the first trade here with the previous lows here. I had my stop loss on the previous lows. That is the first trade I took, and I got stopped out. As you can see right here, it just wicked me out and opened a very strong bullish candle. I was still biased for longs. As you can see here, the market came, and then we had this candle closing. We had this candle closing with a very, I call it a wick. It's a green candle, but a very small wick. So I took a buy. I took two buys of two contracts, or two micro contracts over here. And again, it did that thing. Just have a look. It came, it wicked me out, and went and hit, nearly hit my TP or my area of interest where I wanted. I wanted the 50% of the orb, and then just it tanked down for a bit. And then when this is when Trump was speaking about here, and then it just started rolling it up. About 11 or 5 o'clock, it was all up a whole hour until the PM session. It was just from 11 o'clock until 12 o'clock. It was straight up. Let me just show you on the 5-minute candle. 5-minute candles, there was no green, there was no red candle. So this is when Trump started speaking about the deal with UK, and it was just all rally up. I was like, yep, if I had, because my previous stop loss was about somewhere here, I was like, yep, if I had put only one contract and had my stop loss on a previous low here, I would have enough still room for me to enter this trade if I was taking a loss again. He was against taking it out here and then wicked out, and then I should have been able to re-enter about somewhere here. But anyways, that happened. I lost $176 that day. I called it a day. I walked. I was like, yep, first day losing. That was a bit hard. It's a straight funded account. This is real money you're losing out here, boys. Anyways, come to the second day. Now that's a Friday, last week Friday, or this week Friday, but still just yesterday. I'll go to MNQ. I trade, everything I trade is micros because I have a small account and also a small risk. Now, on 7 o'clock, we had news at 7 o'clock. As you can see here, we wicked up, down. Let me just draw it for you. We wicked about 600 points on 7:30, on that 7:30 news. So I was like, yep. When the 9:30 opened, I was expecting the price to go and push because on the higher time frame, we had a bias of going on shorts, like on shorts. So I was expecting us to check on the previous day highs. That was this price point of 2,330, about 340, 338. If you go to the previous longer time frames within like over the past few months, 20,300 has been a very strong point of interest, and that's where we've been ranging within the whole of May since we opened May. Now, so my bust was when we opened at 9:30. I was expecting price for us to to go and check orders that were about this price point of 20,300 before we continued rallying down. And as you can see here, I took 2 trades and I kind of screwed myself up. Now this is the 5-minute time frame. When the 5-minute time frame closed at about 9:45, that's when I closed. That's when I entered my first trade. Now this trade was entered on the 15-second time frame. I had my screen on the 1-minute time frame, 5-minute, and 15 minutes on the entrance for the actual time frame. Now, make your math simple. Just expand this for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, as you can see here, price closed above the 15. So this is the orb. The orb was about from here. The market opened 9:30 here. So the market opened at 9:30 here. We rallied all the way up the price point of 2,227, and then we came down and closed at about, where's 9:45? About here, about 20,225 or 220. But we failed to close below the VWAP. As you can see here, this is the only indicator I have on my charts. That's the VWAP. Or the volume, weighted average profile. Anyways, as you can see here, so I was bust for longs for us to take on the previous day or the previous day or the day high, which was week that was news. So I entered on 3 contracts and went up. I trailed the moment we closed. I think it closed above this. Yeah, this strong candle, it closed just above this previous lows. I moved my stop loss to break even, and it came back, rallied down, and just tapped me. As you can see, or you can see it properly. As you can see right here, it literally just wicked me out and went back up, and then I was up about $170, I think, 170 something dollars before it came back and took me out on a $3 profit on a break-even trade. As you can see, yep, it's about $3 minus commission, $2.22. I made a profit $1.50. I came back and I was like, yep, I'm still biased since this price tapped the 50% of the orb, because this price went about 50% and retraced down, and we closed on its previous lows of this 222 price over here. We closed with a very strong bearish candle. So I initiated a trade here at about, I don't know what time frame that is, 9:52 and 15 seconds. I took a shot and I wanted to increase my position sizing into 5 contracts since I was trading on a very smaller time frame, and I wanted to put my stop loss on the previous 15-second candle. Now, when you come to futures, as you can see here on orders, that's where you regulate your your contracts or position sizing, whatever you want to put, you put it down there. So I had 3 contracts before. So let me just do an example. I had 3 contracts. So 3 contracts would look like this, right? So I went on, deleted it, and I don't know what was going through my mind at that time. I guess I drew on the line, and I was expecting price, and just deleted it and entered 5. As you can see, when you click delete, it goes to 1. It doesn't go to 0 flat, and entered 5. That's the mistake I did. Now, for those who are not familiar with my trading, my risk parameters, I risk $200 to make a profit of $500 and have a max loss daily limit of $250. If I reach that, it automatically liquidates me and blocks me. And every day before I start my trading session, I lock myself out for those risk parameters for the day. And you can just go there, click your personal daily loss limit, your profit target, your trade limits. Once you do that, it automatically locks you out. And that's one feature that Tuzla X that I do love compared to the Project X, compared to other feature trading products like the Ninja Trader, Tradeovate, or the Quant Tower. And anywho, let's come back here. Let's do this again. As you can see here, I entered 15 contracts instead of 5. That shit just waked me out. Like, let me show you. This is on the 15-second time frame. So I took a shot here, right? As you can see where the arrow is pointing, 15 contracts. I was thinking it's a 5 contract. And before we went down, because I had a pass down, I had my stop loss on the previous here. I thought I had entered 5 contracts instead of 15 contracts. And it just waked me out of $280. This small move from here to here on 15 contracts, that's $280. And then just went down. I was targeting on the previous loan, based on the 5-minute time frame. That was where my take profit was, or where was my stop loss was previously. And then literally just stopped me out, went back up. So automatically I was blocked when I hit that $280 stop loss. As you can see here, $270 minus commission to $11. That's about $280, and I was done for the day. Literally blocked, done for the day. So on my trades, I'll be taking, as you can see, it just went up, tapped on the 15-minute order block high, and that shit just dumped. Like literally, no mercy. Let's do a 15-minute time frame and just show you where my trades were and what happened. So I entered my shorts somewhere about here. It went up, tap on that high, on the 15-minute high, and then just rallied down. And it was just an hour later. It was less than an hour actually. If you do the math, it's less than an hour, because my trades were about here. And then the next 15 candle closed bearish. I'll just show you. Closed bearish. A very bearish candle. And then we just had this long candle. I don't know. Trading futures is a bit dangerous. We had this huge candle that was about 558 ticks or points. Sorry, points within 15 minutes. If you do the math on Nasdaq, on the futures markets, every dollar point move costs you $20 if you enter the meetings. On the micros, it's gonna cost you $2. That was what I was risking. Well, that's what I'm trading, micros. So every price point the Nasdaq moves, it costs you $2. And so if you enter 10 points, if you enter 10 contracts, and it moves $10, you've lost $200. That's what it did for me over here. Let me go to 15-second time frame and just show you what I mean. Do the math so you can understand how position sizing operate here. This is not like forex whereby we have 100 to 1 leverage or 500 to 1 leverage Over here, things are just very volatile. If I go over here and measure this week, it's a very tiny week. So I opened price about somewhere about here, and that thing just wicked about 20 points, and I was out on 50 micros. So if you do your math, 15 micros times $2, that's 30 times 20. I haven't drawn it exactly, but I think it's about 18. That was supposed to be $300. Gone like that. In less than 5 seconds, I was like, yeah, I'm done for the day. Anyways, those are trades I took for so far for this week, and thank you so much for listening to me. Kind of leave a suggestion down below what you would like me to post about. Every week I'm just going to I will try and be doing a trade recap of all the trades I've taken so far. Otherwise, for now, go to tuzlamarkets.com. Feel free to buy any much you want. We have t-shirts starting for 55 Australian dollars. That's about $30 in the US, I guess. For those who want 25% off, you can use the word spring. Sorry, autumn. We're currently autumn. So I'm currently running a 25% sale using the code autumn. Other than that, thank you for watching. Also, you can go to our YouTube page and give us a subscription. Otherwise, for that, peace. I'll see you out next week. Go subscribe, like Tuzla Markets. I'll see you out there.